My friends, money is not the goal, it's a tool that rewards discipline, not desire. You see, earning money is only half the story. Keeping it, growing it, and using it wisely. That's where true wealth begins. Many people dream of financial freedom, but few are willing to practice the habits that create it. Money is like a guest. It stays where it feels respected. When you spend carelessly, when you chase luxury before stability, or when you neglect to track your finances, money simply walks away to someone more disciplined. Discipline is the invisible fence that protects your fortune. It's waking up early to plan your budget, saying no to unnecessary wants, investing a portion of every dollar you earn, and learning how money works. Without discipline, even a fortune will fade. With discipline, even a small income can multiply. Wealth doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your mindset. If you can't control your habits will control your finances. The person who saves one daily with purpose will outgrow the one who earns 1,000 without direction. So, build your foundation. Practice restraint. Learn the language of money. Remember, success isn't built on how much you earn, but how well you manage what you earn. Because money without discipline doesn't stay, it disappears quietly, completely, and often permanently. Discipline is the invisible bridge between desire and achievement. Everyone wants financial success, a comfortable home, a stable income, and the freedom to live on their own terms. But wanting is not enough. Discipline is what turns a wish into wealth. It's the decision to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's skipping short-term pleasures to secure long-term peace. Without discipline, money slips away like water through open hands, no matter how much you try to hold it. When you earn your first paycheck, the excitement can make you reckless. You feel powerful, in control, eager to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. But here's the truth. If you spend without direction, you build a habit of losing. Discipline teaches you to pause, to plan, and to assign purpose to every dollar. It whispers, don't buy everything you desire. Invest in what will multiply. The disciplined person learns to delay gratification, not to punish themselves, but to prepare for a future of freedom instead of fear. Discipline is not about restriction, it's about direction. When you tell your money where to go, it stops wandering. A person with discipline doesn't see a paycheck as something to spend, they see it as something to manage. They save before they spend, invest before they indulge, and think before they act. They track their income, control their expenses, and build habits that protect their wealth. And over time, this quiet consistency builds a fortress around their finances. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. At first, it's hard to say no to the latest phone, the new shoes, or the dinner out. But each time you make a disciplined choice, you build financial strength. You train your emotions to serve your goals instead of sabotaging them. Slowly, you start to see results. Savings growing, debt shrinking, and confidence rising. That's the moment you realize that discipline doesn't take away your freedom, it gives it back to you. True financial success is not measured by how much you make, but by how much you keep and grow. Some people earn millions and end up broke because they never learn control. Others earn modest incomes and retire wealthy because they practice discipline every single day. The difference is not in the money, it's in the mindset. Discipline is the foundation, the quiet power that turns effort into achievement, income into investment, and dreams into reality. Money is like a disciplined student. It listens only to those who give it direction. Without structure, it becomes wild and uncontrollable. Structure means having a clear plan, a roadmap that tells your money where to go and what to do. It's not enough to earn. You must organize your earnings with purpose. People who treat money casually often lose it casually. But those who build a financial structure, a budget, a savings plan, and investment routine find that their money begins to serve them faithfully. Responsibility is what keeps that structure alive. A structured person doesn't wait to see what's left at the end of the month. They decide where every dollar goes at the start. They assign a task to their income, some for living, some for saving, some for growing. This approach turns chaos into clarity. Money loves order because order multiplies it. When you track your spending, you discover waste. When you plan your savings, you create security. And when you invest responsibly, you open the door to growth. Structure transforms your finances from a reaction to a system, and systems always outperform emotions. Responsibility is the maturity to admit that your financial outcome is in your hands. It's easy to blame circumstances, low income or high expenses, but responsibility says, I control my choices. You take ownership of your habits, your decisions, and your results. Responsibility teaches you to live below your means, to prepare for emergencies, and to avoid unnecessary debt. It creates a mindset where you stop asking, where did my money go? And start saying, here's where I sent it. The responsible person understands that money is not just about earning, it's about managing with wisdom. Structure also creates freedom. That may sound like a paradox, but it's true. When you organize your finances, you remove stress. You no longer fear the end of the month because you already prepared for it. You no longer wonder if you can afford something. You already know. Responsibility brings peace because you have nothing to hide from yourself. You can look at your bank account and feel calm instead of anxious. That calmness gives you power, the power to make confident decisions, to plan your future, and to stay in control even during uncertainty. Money does not stay where there is confusion. It stays where there is order, planning, and accountability. The people who thrive financially are not always the ones who make the most. They are the ones who manage the best. They build structure into their habits, saving automatically, reviewing budgets regularly, and making adjustments wisely. Over time, structure and responsibility transform money from a fleeting visitor into a loyal partner. The difference between scarcity and stability is often just one thing: the decision to take full responsibility for your financial life. Every financial journey starts long before the first dollar is earned. It starts in the mind. The way you think about money determines how you earn it. Use it and keep it. If your thoughts are scattered, your finances will be the same. If your mindset is disciplined, focused, and growth-oriented, your bank account will eventually reflect it. Wealth isn't just a number, it's a mindset built on belief, vision, and consistency. The poor mindset says, I can't afford it. The wealthy mindset asks, how can I afford it? That simple shift from limitation to possibility changes everything. When you believe that wealth is attainable through effort, patience, and learning, you begin to act differently. You start valuing your time, respecting your income, and investing in your growth. A wealthy mindset doesn't chase shortcuts or overnight success. It understands the power of gradual progress. People who think rich spend their energy building assets, while those who think poor often spend their energy maintaining appearances. The mind shapes habits, and habits shape outcomes. That's why financial success always begins with inner transformation before outer results appear. Wealth in the mind also means clarity, knowing what you want and why you want it. When your goals are vague, your actions are weak, but when your vision is strong, your decisions follow. A person who sees their future clearly will budget differently, save differently, and work differently. They no longer see money as a source of stress, but as a tool for freedom. Every decision becomes intentional, not guided by emotion, but by purpose. This clarity turns small efforts into big results because you're not just spending money, you're directing it toward a mission. A wealthy mindset also includes gratitude and humility. When you appreciate what you have, you stop feeling poor and start feeling capable. Gratitude turns scarcity into sufficiency because it trains your focus on what's possible, not what's missing. Humility keeps you learning because those who think they know everything stop growing. The truly wealthy mind is always curious, always seeking knowledge, always asks, how can I grow smarter with my resources? That's how financial wisdom compounds, through continuous learning fueled by gratitude and curiosity. Finally, a wealthy mind is not afraid of discipline. It understands that self-control today means freedom tomorrow. Instead of seeing discipline as restriction, it sees it as power, the power to choose, to wait, and to build. People with a poor mindset chase instant pleasure. People with a wealthy mindset build lasting fulfillment. They know that the mind controls the money, not the other way around. And once the mind learns to think in terms of value, patience, and purpose, wealth in the bank becomes a natural reflection of wealth within. One of the greatest mistakes people make with money is chasing luxury before building stability. The moment they earn more, they upgrade their lifestyle instead of their discipline. They buy bigger things, flashier brands, and temporary symbols of success, all while ignoring the foundation that real wealth stands on: security, savings, and structure. True success is quiet. It grows in the background through wise decisions. But financial downfall often starts with noise. The noise of wanting to look rich instead of being rich. Luxury without stability is like building a mansion on sand, beautiful for a moment, but destined to collapse. The desire for luxury is natural, but the timing of it determines your destiny. When luxury comes after hard work, savings, and planning, it's a reward. But when it comes before those things, it's a trap. Many people work hard, yet never escape the cycle of financial pressure, not because they don't earn enough, but because they spend too early. The world tells us to treat ourselves, but wisdom tells us to prepare ourselves. Stability means having an emergency fund, no debt weighing you down, and investments that grow while you sleep. Without those, every luxury becomes a liability in disguise. Luxury before stability also creates emotional weakness. When your happiness depends on material possessions, you lose control of your peace. You begin to chase satisfaction through spending instead of through purpose. The next new thing becomes your temporary comfort, and when it fades, you feel empty again. Stability, on the other hand, brings confidence, the calm assurance that your bills are paid, your savings are growing, and your future is secure. It's not about living cheaply, it's about living wisely. Because nothing feels better than peace of mind, not even luxury. Those who build stability first don't deny themselves pleasure, they delay it until it makes sense. They understand the power of delayed gratification, enjoying the fruit only after the roots are strong. They drive modestly while saving aggressively, invest instead of impress, and stay humble while they grow quietly. Over time, these disciplined choices create a life of abundance, one where luxuries don't threaten their stability but rest comfortably on top of it. That's real wealth, having the freedom to enjoy without the fear of falling. Luxury before stability doesn't just drain money, it drains focus. It keeps you distracted, working for things that lose value instead of investing in things that build value. The person chasing luxury is always behind, trying to maintain an image instead of a foundation. But the one who builds stability first eventually owns both the wealth and the comfort, the peace and the pleasure. Because stability is the soil from which true luxury grows, a luxury that lasts, not one that fades with the next purchase or the next payment due. Most people treat saving as an afterthought, something to do if there's anything left at the end of the month. But those who understand the laws of wealth know that saving comes first, not last. Savings are not leftovers, they are seeds, the beginning of financial growth. Just like a farmer plants his seeds before he expects a harvest, a wise person saves before they expect success. Every dollar saved is a seed planted for your future security, opportunity, and peace of mind. Without those seeds, there can be no harvest. Saving is an act of discipline and vision. It requires you to look beyond the moment and think about tomorrow. When you save before spending, you are sending a powerful message to yourself: my future matters. You are telling your money who is in charge. You, not your desires. Saving is not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. Some people earn a fortune and stay broke because they never learned to save. Others earn little but grow wealthy because they treat every small saving as a step toward freedom. When you save consistently, even in small amounts, you create stability. Life will always bring surprises, medical emergencies, job changes, or unexpected expenses. Without savings, those moments create panic. With savings, they become manageable. Your savings act as a shield that protects your peace when life tests your patience. It gives you room to breathe, to think, and to choose wisely instead of reacting in fear. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. The habit of saving regularly without excuse builds confidence that no amount of luxury can replace. Savings are also seeds of opportunity. When you have money set aside, you are ready to act when chances arise, to invest, to start a business, or to take advantage of a good deal. People without savings miss opportunities because they're always catching up always struggling just to stay afloat. Savings turn you from a reactor into a creator. You move from surviving to thriving. Your saved money becomes your tool for growth, not just a safety net. It works for you quietly, multiplying in the background while you focus on building more. Saving is not a punishment or sacrifice. It's a declaration of independence. It means you refuse to be controlled by impulse or circumstance. Every time you save, you are buying back a piece of your freedom, freedom from worry, from debt, from dependence. The act of saving builds a mindset of patience, control, and purpose. It teaches you that wealth isn't built in one big step, but through thousands of small, consistent decisions to plant rather than spend. Because in the garden of success, only those who plant their seeds early will enjoy the shade of financial freedom later.